The morning sun spilled through the thin curtains of a small house on the edge of Karachi. The air smelled faintly of cardamom tea and damp clothes drying on the balcony. Inside that house lived Areesha, a young woman in her late 20s, whose eyes carried the weight of 1,000 sleepless nights. She sat by the window, staring at the road outside, a road that had taken everything from her, and yet somehow kept bringing new tests each day. Areesha wasn't just a woman, she was a sister, a daughter, a protector, and, most of all, an aunt to a little boy who had become her whole world. That boy was Hassan, just 7 years old, with eyes that gleamed like stars even on the darkest nights. He was her late sister's son. Her sister, Hina, had passed away 2 years ago after a long illness. And since that day, Areesha had promised one thing: she would raise Hassan not as a nephew, but as her own son. But promises are easy to make when the heart is full of love. Keeping them, however, demands more than just emotion, it demands sacrifice. Areesha worked long hours at a small garment shop, stitching clothes until her fingers hurt and her back ached. Every rupee she earned went to Hassan's school fees, milk, and medicine. She never complained, not once. Because when she saw Hassan smile, it was as if her sister's spirit lived on. Still, every night, when Hassan was asleep, Areesha sat by the window whispering into the dark, "Hina, I hope I'm doing enough for him." And though the silence never answered, her heart believed that somehow her sister heard her. It was one of those scorching afternoons when the world outside shimmered in heat, that a knock came at the door. Areesha opened it to see a tall man, his shirt wrinkled, eyes tired, and beard untrimmed. For a moment, she didn't recognize him. "Areesha?" the man asked softly. Her breath caught. "Bhaii." It was Imran, her older brother, the same man who had left home years ago after a bitter argument with their father. The same brother who had never once returned, not even when Hina had died. She stood frozen, the memories rushing back like a flood, their childhood, their laughter, and that one fateful night when words had turned to wounds. "Can I come in?" he asked, his voice trembling. She nodded silently. Inside, Hassan peeked from behind the curtain, clutching his toy car. "Khaala, who is he?" Areesha smiled faintly. "He's your Bhaii, my brother." Imran's eyes softened as he looked at the boy. "Assalamu alaikum, Hassan." "Wa alaikum salam," the boy replied shyly, hiding behind Areesha. The silence that followed was heavy, almost unbearable. Finally, Areesha spoke. "Why now, Bhaii? After all these years?" Imran lowered his gaze. "Because, I heard about Hina. I didn't know until recently. And when I found out, I couldn't sleep. I needed to see you, to see him." Areesha's throat tightened. "You missed her funeral. You missed everything." He nodded, eyes glistening. "I know. I was lost, Areesha. I thought walking away would bring peace, but it only brought emptiness. I came back because I want to fix what I broke. But forgiveness is not a door that opens easily, especially when pain still lives inside." That evening, as the call to prayer echoed through the neighborhood, Areesha served him tea, her hands shaking. Imran took a sip, his eyes wandering to the framed photo on the wall, Hina holding baby Hassan, smiling brightly. "She was always the best of us," he murmured. Areesha's lips quivered. "Yes. And now she's gone." He looked at Hassan again, who was drawing something with crayons, a small family of 3 holding hands under the sun. Imran asked softly, "Who are they?" Hassan smiled. "That's me and Khaala. And that's my mama in the sky." Tears filled Imran's eyes. He realized how much love, pain, and courage had lived in this small home, and how little he had done to be part of it. That night, as Areesha put Hassan to bed, Imran stood at the door, guilt washing over him. He whispered, "Areesha, you've done more than anyone. Let me help now." She turned to him, her eyes tired but kind. "Help? Bhaii, you can't just walk back into the storm and think you can calm it. We've learned to live with the rain." Her words cut deep, but they were true. Imran nodded. "Then let me hold the umbrella for you this time."